Welcome back, folks. Well, all summer we've been following the developments on the lease situation at Lewis and Clark Park as the Explorers lease is set to expire in April. But now, new negotiations are set to begin. For more, we go to Sports Force's Amber Salas.
Thanks, Jason. Tonight at the City Council meeting, council members unanimously approved the consent agenda. One of those items was the approval to begin negotiations with the Sioux City Explorers to create a lease agreement for Lewis and Clark Park. The Explorers and the Northwoods League both submitted a proposal when the city took a request for proposal to lease Lewis and Clark Park. That was earlier this summer. A selection committee and the Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee unanimously selected the Explorers' proposal for the lease of the stadium. That led us to the next step today, where City Council approved the Explorers and the city staff to start the next phase of negotiating a new lease. Now, this is not the final yes to approve the Explorers, but it rather marks the start of negotiating a new deal.
Well, I mean, obviously they have a deal we'll have to negotiate because it is in an urban renewal. I think people will think today that it actually passed. That's not the case. You have to negotiate a contract because it's in an urban renewal area. And I don't think there'll be any real stumbling block getting that done. So they'll be in business next year.
As a reminder, the Explorers' current 10-year lease expires on April 27, 2024. Councilmember Alex Waters did propose some areas for improvements for the Explorers, such as attendance, community engagement, and capital improvements. But those talks and conversations could all be a part of these upcoming negotiations. Jason, back to you.